Welcome to another exclusive review with me, Alex Belfield, here at celebrityradio.biz. Well, last year we had over 12 million minutes viewed on YouTube. We're now the number one reviewer for theatre in Las Vegas and London. This week we're at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas for David Copperfield, live in his own showroom. 700 seats, all sold out. So what can we say about the modern day Houdini? There's certainly no bigger name in international magic than David Copperfield. As a little boy, I was mesmerised by his brilliance. From walking through the Great Wall of China to making the Statue of Liberty disappear, he's done it all. Well, in 2019, despite generating $4 billion during his career, he still chooses to perform a ludicrous 16 shows a week at the MGM Grand. Those illusions, however, cannot be performed or recreated in a theatre, so how does he fill 90 minutes with mind-blowing magic at the MGM? David is truly a master magician who could never be criticised for his remarkable work ethic or devotion and dedication to his craft. He's also one of the richest stars in the world and has been for nearly 40 years. He even owns an island, so why bother performing more shows than any other star in Sin City or the world, a ludicrous 16 shows a week? Is it ego, money, principle, attention, or pure demand? Well, we went to see the 2019 production of David Copperfield at his theatre for $130 a ticket. We did buy our ticket for this show as we were not invited. David performs more hours on stage than anyone I've ever met, but why? Does this make him great? No, just tired, late and irritable. Well, he certainly was tonight. Tonight, Copperfield had a sold-out crowd in the relatively intimate DC Theatre, who waited 20 minutes for the 9:30 show to begin. There are now 4 bits of breathtaking, amazing magic that are worth the ticket price alone. However, I just wish we didn't have to waste an hour to get to it. The 2019 version of the show is awfully repetitive, relying on tired, forced mind reading, which take zero skill in my view. I know how they're done. This isn't years of devotion to magic. This is not grand illusion or even sleight of hand. What shocked me about David tonight was his energy. At times, especially in the beginning, I could barely understand a word he said as he was so marble-mouthed and not present. David is a master magician of epic proportion. He's a technician, respected, and a man who has devoted his life to his craft. You could never deny this. He's seemingly become more of an artist, though, in recent years than a magician, with more script, story, and visual than magic now in the show. The majesty, though, of seeing the star of Madison Square Garden in a 700-seater showroom at the MGM Grand is undeniably exciting. Copperfield's new Box Levitation is quite brilliant, but like everything else, takes a lifetime to get to the gold dust. It's hard to get excited about the other illusions I've seen before. It's been 3 years since I've seen the show. I realised the massive problem with David's show tonight. Most of the audience seemingly do not speak English, yet he won't stop talking. As he proved again tonight, the 4 people he tried to speak to, selected randomly on stage, could not understand him. Surely, with so much experience, you'd change the act, have an out after so many years of the same mistake. This happened 3 years ago with everybody he brought on stage. I seriously wonder if the Japanese man sat next to me understood 1 second of the 25-minute finale. At times it's simply convoluted, confusing and verging on ponderous, but nevertheless hugely clever. I suggest this is a major error for the easily distracted Vegas punters. I have to say the spaceship, I can give that away because it's 10 stories high on the MGM building, is truly one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in a theatre. This is magic, this is grand illusion, and this is what you expect from David Copperfield. It is quite brilliant. The show, especially in the second half, is more of a Broadway production than a Vegas spectacular. These acts would kill in New York or London, but somehow in Vegas, with the crowd, who are less patient and emotionally invested, it all seemed a bit like worthy art. What Copperfield is trying to do, though, is inspired. My biggest criticism with David is that he appears to be a little robotic in delivery, which is only saved by his technical prowess and perfect payoffs. Jesus Christ, he said 6 times in the first 20 minutes, through pure exasperation of his audience. Not really acceptable. Mind you, he hasn't had a day off in months, so it must be testing to appear excited twice nightly. 3 shows on a Saturday. Unbelievable. That's not our problem, though, at $120 a ticket. When a billionaire chooses to perform this many shows back-to-back, you simply have to question their mental health and well-being. It makes me incredibly sad. He should do the Barry Manilow style of Vegas. Come in once a month for 6 shows, happy, excited and rested, then knock 'em dead and leave. I simply don't get David's obsession to perform. The way he uses the theatre stage and space is inspired. The show is immersive, 3D and interactive. It has to be said though, there's no light show and the screens are quite frankly outdated. Some could argue his audience interaction use is overboard with endless stage witnesses and helpers used throughout, which take forever. Is it padding or necessary distraction/approval? Who knows? The use of technology is clever in this show. He tells us 25 times to turn off our phones and then asks us to turn them back on and email him. And equally expects people who don't speak English to understand. More distraction from the ushers. Copperfield's show has a sentimentality which is endearing, yet frustrating in equal measure. Maybe I'm just old and cynical, but Americans do seem to love it, I'll give him that. It's unfortunate during these moments that it is lost on so many of the crowd who simply don't understand or have given up caring to understand. His ambition, creativity, imagination and drive is undeniable, as these scenes prove. There's nothing new in Copperfield's show, despite his claims, but the finale is worth the money and reminds us why David is so revered globally. In all honesty, David brings a class, but the show feels tired and outdated. When you compare it to Chris Angel at Planet Hollywood Next Door, Chris wipes the floor with his energy, speed, incredible technical prowess, and simply the number of illusions you get to see. I've never felt more downbeat and depressed. I love Copperfield, but I simply cannot understand him. You've been listening to another disappointing review by me, Alex Belfield, here at celebrityradio.biz, where last year we'd over 12 million minutes viewed on YouTube. You can check out all of our hundreds of interviews and reviews at www.celebrityradio.biz. Ta-da.